Vicky Styles, and the movie I'm here to talk about today is titled Gangs of Lagos. I'm going to be giving you details into this movie, and I'm going to talk about the themes, the characters, and some of the things you should know about the movie before you decide to check it out. So stick to this video from now till the end of it, and I think that by the end of it you'll definitely get answers to if this movie is worth your time. Now, Gangs of Lagos is a brand new movie that was made by Glow Studios, and it was distributed by Amazon Prime Video. Now, this movie was directed by Jade Osiberu, and it has a bunch of familiar faces, familiar Nollywood stars whom both are inside and outside Nigeria will be very known by you. And I really don't know how successful this movie was in theaters. In fact, I don't even know if it was even in theaters to start with. But I do know that it's available on the platform, and since its release it has been very much popular around this country. Now it's probably time for the movie to get some success outside the country. Now let's get to the storyline aspect of this movie. In Isala Eko area of Lagos, this boy named Obalola and his friends, they start living this street life from a young age, and of course Oba's mother doesn't support it, so she tries to force him into getting used to the whole Christian life and staying away from bad gang and bad associations. While doing this, Oba gets pissed off and he decides to run away to this man named Nino. Nino takes him in, and he becomes Oba's father figure. And of course his mother doesn't like this, but after he rejected her in front of Nino, she has to go. Now, some years later, some years after Nino's death, Oba and his friends decide to work for Nino's former partner, which is Kazim. And as time goes on, they work diligently, and he gives them different tasks to perform, and they perform it diligently until one of the friends, which is Ify gets set up and he gets murdered at the same time. So after this, they then discover that Kazim was not only behind Ify's death, but he was also behind Nino's death, and also behind Oba's real father, as in the real man who gave birth to him. That Kazim was also behind the death of that man. So as they have to work together with a couple of rival gangs in order to try and take Kazim down. But I'm not going to get into how it happened. I'm not going to tell you the exact details. You just have to check the movie out by yourself, and maybe then you will understand the whole thing as it happened. Some of the themes of this movie include love, betrayal, politics, crime, and cultism. You'll get to experience all this as you watch the movie. Some of the characters, especially that of Oba. Oba Lola is like a street boy right from a young age, and he gets into gangsterism when he meets Nino, and then Nino becomes his father figure. Then after Nino's death, he has no other choice but to work with his so-called father's immediate friend or co-worker or something like that. And while working for Kazim, works with this mentality of that he would one day leave the streets and become a better person. So he works diligently until his friend Ify gets murdered, and as a result of that, they get into this clash, and then he finds out the truth behind the whole work with Kazim. Meanwhile, Kazim, on the other hand, is like the modern day leader of the gang, and he's the one with all the authority, all the power, all the influence to make anything happen. He is a gubernatorial candidate currently, and in order to do this, he has to take out some certain people, he has to work with some certain people, and he tries to do all that, but at the same time, he puts Ify in this position where Ify gets murdered, and eventually everybody is, like tired of his, attitude and his reign. So they just all come together to kill him. Now, other characters of this movie include Gift, Ify, Nino, but I really don't have time to get into details of these other characters. You will definitely know their characterization as you proceed in this movie. Before I get further into this video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, make your comments, and share this video with your friends as part of showing support for my channel and what I'm trying to do on this platform. If you make a comment, I'll definitely put it in my next video. Meanwhile, if you subscribe, make sure you click the bell notifications beside the subscribe button so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video to this channel. Now I'm going to start by talking about why the movie was banned in Nigeria from public viewing. According to the government, they said it portrays the ugly side, and it portrays Lagos culture in an ugly manner. Now, I don't have a problem with their reason for banning this movie, but it's so unrealistic when you ban a movie for portraying real life. What do you want them to portray? Do you want them to come and start, telling outsiders and making a particular topic look as if it's all good, but meanwhile in real life it's so bad, and it's not something that anybody would want to do at all. So I think majority of the reasons why government ban movies in Nigeria are so unrealistic and so stupid, but that's their business. I have no say in whether they ban movies or whether they don't ban certain movies. It's completely up to them. Now, some of the good aspects of this movie include the cinematography, the acting performances, and especially the fight sequence or fight scenes, if you want to call it that. Now, unlike Shantytown, the fight scenes of this movie is actually better. Like, I think Shantytown, they made more use of body doubles in their film. So at certain points, they had to, use slow motion in order to make fight scenes look awesome. But this movie didn't do that. This movie had fight scenes that were very much blooded. They were very much, action packed, and there wasn't much need for slow motions in this movie. So I'm guessing that majority of the fight scenes were done by the actors themselves, not body doubles. And again, unlike Shantytown, this movie also had less nudity, less explicit scenes. So I think, this movie is a little bit good for younger viewers, but I know it's not good for younger viewers, but at least to a certain age, they can actually watch this one. I'm going to describe this movie as one of the toughest Nigerian movies made so far, and I hope that more action-packed movies like this can be released into either Nigerian cinemas or just digital platforms. I'm rating this movie 10 out of 10. I saw no flaws in this movie, and I really don't understand why the Nigerian government cannot leave people alone to enjoy good movies. They just had to ban this movie. That's their business anyways. As for me, I think everything went well. The soundtracks, the movie, the music, you know, the music preference and everything, it went well and it matched with every single scene that was done in this movie. I think it was a great movie. Jade really did a good job, and I just really hope that we can get more movies, more good movies after this. My recommendations, well, don't watch this movie with anybody younger than 16. That's how I see it. You know, people from 16 years can at least have a good understanding of this, but anyone below that, nah, don't do that. Don't watch it with anyone younger than 16. That's my recommendation. So that's my take on the movie. I hope you've gotten answers to your questions of whether this movie is worth your time. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, make a comment, and share it with your friends. Subscribe to this channel and support me, and then click the bell notification so that you don't miss a single movie that I talk about on this channel. Go to the description if you want to watch more of my videos, especially older videos of movies that you must have missed, maybe because of one busy schedule or the other. And if you want to follow me on anywhere else aside YouTube, the links are all there in the description below, so you just need to check them out from there. Well, until my next video, please stay safe and goodbye.